The way we think about our abilities, intelligence, and potential shapes our lives in profound ways. In Mindset, the New Psychology of Success, Carol S. Dweck explores the fundamental concept of mindset and how it influences our behavior, motivation, and achievements. At the heart of this book is the distinction between two mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset assumes that intelligence and abilities are static, leading people to avoid challenges, give up easily, and see effort as fruitless. In contrast, a growth mindset embraces the idea that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, fostering resilience, learning, and a love for improvement. Dweck presents compelling research and real-world examples to illustrate how mindset affects various aspects of life, from education and business to relationships and sports. Individuals with a fixed mindset often seek validation rather than growth, fearing failure because they see it as a reflection of their intelligence. They shy away from difficult tasks, preferring to stick to what they know. When faced with setbacks, they are more likely to become discouraged, believing that their abilities are limited. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset perceive failure as an opportunity to learn. They embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and understand that effort leads to mastery. This distinction is crucial because it determines how people approach obstacles and whether they reach their full potential. One of the key insights from Dweck's research is that mindset is not merely an abstract concept but has real consequences on performance and achievement. In education, for example, students with a growth mindset tend to outperform their peers because they see learning as a process rather than a test of innate ability. Teachers play a significant role in shaping students' mindsets through feedback and encouragement. When students are praised for their effort rather than their intelligence, they are more likely to develop perseverance and resilience. Conversely, when children are constantly told they are smart or gifted, they may develop a fear of failure, leading them to avoid challenges that could expose their weaknesses. The way feedback is framed can either reinforce a fixed mindset or encourage a growth-oriented approach. This concept extends beyond education into the business world. Leaders and managers who foster a growth mindset culture create environments where employees feel empowered to take risks and learn from mistakes. Organizations that embrace a growth mindset tend to be more innovative, resilient, and adaptable in the face of change. In contrast, companies that operate with a fixed mindset often struggle with stagnation, internal competition, and a fear of failure. Dweck highlights examples of successful companies that prioritize learning and development, showing that mindset affects not just individuals but entire corporate cultures. The impact of mindset is also evident in personal relationships. In romantic partnerships, friendships, and family dynamics, people with a fixed mindset may believe that personalities and traits are unchangeable, leading to conflict and frustration. They may view disagreements as signs of incompatibility rather than opportunities for growth. In contrast, those with a growth mindset see relationships as evolving and capable of improvement through communication, effort, and understanding. They are more likely to work through difficulties rather than walk away when challenges arise. This shift in perspective can lead to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Dweck's research also extends to the world of sports, where mindset plays a crucial role in an athlete's success. Many of the greatest athletes in history, from Michael Jordan to Serena Williams, have demonstrated a relentless commitment to improvement, embracing setbacks as part of the journey. Athletes with a fixed mindset, however, may give up when they encounter difficulties, believing that natural talent alone determines success. Coaches and trainers can cultivate a growth mindset in their teams by emphasizing effort, strategy, and perseverance rather than focusing solely on innate ability. This approach not only leads to better performance but also fosters a love for the game and a desire for continuous improvement. A fundamental takeaway from mindset is that we are not permanently stuck with one mindset or the other. People can shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset through awareness and intentional effort. Recognizing when a fixed mindset is at play, such as avoiding challenges, fearing failure, or feeling threatened by others' success, is the first step in making a change. By consciously reframing struggles as opportunities to learn and grow, individuals can begin to cultivate a mindset that leads to greater success and fulfillment. The book also addresses common misconceptions about the growth mindset. Some people mistakenly believe that simply adopting a positive attitude is enough, but true growth requires action, resilience, and continuous effort. Others assume that praising effort alone is sufficient, but effort must be directed toward effective strategies and learning from mistakes. Dweck emphasizes that a genuine growth mindset is about more than just encouragement. It involves developing a deep love for learning and a commitment to improvement. Parents, educators, and leaders have a crucial role in fostering a growth mindset in others. By modeling resilience, providing constructive feedback, and creating environments that encourage learning, they can help shape a culture that values progress over perfection. When children and adults alike understand that their abilities are not fixed, they become more willing to take on challenges, persevere through setbacks, and reach their full potential. The concept of mindset has profound implications for personal development and success. Whether in academics, career, relationships, or sports, adopting a growth mindset leads to greater achievement and satisfaction. By shifting away from a fixed perspective and embracing the belief that abilities can be developed, individuals open themselves up to endless possibilities for growth. Through practical strategies and compelling research, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success provides a blueprint for anyone seeking to unlock their true potential. The journey of understanding and applying the growth mindset begins with recognizing how deeply ingrained beliefs about intelligence and ability shape our behaviors. Many people unknowingly operate within a fixed mindset, believing that talent alone determines success. This belief system can be deeply rooted in childhood experiences, societal messages, and even the language used by parents and educators. When children are repeatedly told they are naturally smart or gifted, they may internalize the idea that intelligence is an unchangeable trait rather than something that can be cultivated. As a result, they may avoid taking risks for fear of failing and losing their perceived identity as a smart. Conversely, when children are encouraged to see challenges as opportunities for learning, they become more willing to embrace difficulties. A child praised for their effort rather than their inherent ability is more likely to develop resilience and persistence. They learn that success is not about proving oneself but about improving oneself. This subtle but powerful shift in perspective can have a lasting impact on motivation, achievement, and self-confidence. Dweck illustrates this concept with studies showing that students who believe intelligence is malleable tend to achieve higher academic success. In one experiment, students who were taught about neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to grow and change, became more motivated and performed better in school. This demonstrates the power of belief in shaping outcomes. When people understand that their brains can adapt and improve, they become more willing to put in the effort required for mastery. The same principle applies in professional settings. Many employees operate under the pressure of a fixed mindset workplace, where mistakes are seen as failures rather than learning opportunities. In such environments, individuals may avoid innovation, fearing that any misstep will be met with criticism. Companies that embrace a growth mindset, however, foster a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. Employees in these organizations feel more empowered to experiment, take risks, and improve their skills over time. Leaders play a crucial role in shaping workplace mindset by rewarding effort, encouraging constructive feedback, and promoting a culture that values progress over perfection. One compelling example comes from the world of Silicon Valley, where some of the most successful companies thrive on a culture of iteration and learning from mistakes. Instead of fearing failure, they see it as a necessary part of innovation. This mindset enables companies to evolve rapidly and remain competitive in an ever-changing market. In contrast, organizations that cling to outdated models and resist change often find themselves struggling to keep up. The willingness to learn, adapt, and grow is what differentiates thriving companies from those that stagnate. Mindset also plays a crucial role in leadership and management. Leaders with a fixed mindset may struggle with delegation, micromanaging tasks because they believe only they can do things correctly. They may also be resistant to feedback, viewing it as a threat to their authority rather than an opportunity for growth. In contrast, leaders with a growth mindset recognize that their role is to cultivate talent and foster development within their teams. They encourage employees to take on challenges, provide guidance rather than control, and view setbacks as opportunities for collective learning. Dweck highlights real-world examples of leaders who embody the growth mindset. These individuals are not necessarily the most charismatic or naturally talented, but they demonstrate a willingness to learn, adapt, and improve over time. They acknowledge their own limitations and seek input from others, fostering an environment of collaboration and innovation. By embracing the idea that leadership skills can be developed, they become more effective and inspiring figures within their organizations. This concept extends into personal relationships as well. People with a fixed mindset often believe that personality traits are unchangeable, leading to frustration and disappointment when conflicts arise. They may assume that if a partner or friend does not naturally understand their needs, the relationship is doomed to fail. However, those with a growth mindset recognize that relationships require effort, communication, and adaptation. They understand that misunderstandings can be resolved, that individuals can grow and change, and that challenges can strengthen relationships rather than break them. In romantic partnerships, a fixed mindset can manifest as the belief that if we are meant to be together, everything should be easy. When difficulties arise, people with this mindset may assume they have chosen the wrong partner rather than seeing the situation as an opportunity for growth. In contrast, those with a growth mindset approach relationships with the understanding that challenges are a normal part of any deep connection. They actively work to improve communication, resolve conflicts, and strengthen their bond over time. The same principle applies to friendships, family dynamics, and professional relationships. Viewing people as capable of change allows for greater patience, empathy, and collaboration. Instead of labeling someone as difficult or stubborn, a growth mindset encourages us to see their potential for development. This perspective fosters more meaningful and resilient connections. Dweck's research also extends into parenting strategies. Parents who adopt a growth mindset help their children develop resilience and a love for learning. Instead of shielding their children from failure, they teach them how to navigate challenges and learn from setbacks. They emphasize effort over natural ability, reinforcing the idea that improvement comes through persistence. This approach not only enhances academic performance but also builds character, preparing children for the realities of life. One of the most powerful takeaways from mindset is the idea that changing one's mindset is possible at any stage in life. Even those who have operated under a fixed mindset for years can begin to shift their perspective through awareness and intentional effort. The first step is recognizing fixed mindset thoughts, such as avoiding challenges, fearing failure, or feeling threatened by others' success. Once identified, these thoughts can be reframed to align with a growth-oriented perspective. Instead of saying, "I'm not good at this," one can say, "I'm not good at this yet, but I can improve with practice." This shift in self-talk has profound implications for personal growth. By embracing challenges, seeking feedback, and persisting through difficulties, individuals can unlock their full potential. Success is not about proving one's intelligence but about expanding one's abilities. The greatest achievers in any field, from science and business to sports and the arts, are those who continually push themselves beyond their comfort zones, embracing the process of learning and growth. Dweck also cautions against the superficial adoption of the growth mindset. Simply believing in the idea is not enough. True growth requires sustained effort and a willingness to confront challenges. Some people claim to have a growth mindset while still avoiding difficult tasks or giving up easily. Genuine growth comes from consistently applying the principles, embracing failure as part of the journey, and committing to lifelong learning. In conclusion, mindset, the new psychology of success, provides a transformative perspective on human potential. By shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, individuals can achieve greater success in every aspect of life: education, career, relationships, and personal development. The key to unlocking one's full potential lies not in innate talent but in the willingness to learn, adapt, and persist. Through compelling research and real-world examples, Dweck illustrates that the power to grow and improve is within everyone's reach. By embracing a mindset of continuous learning, we can overcome limitations, break through barriers, and create a future filled with possibility. The power of mindset extends into every aspect of life, shaping the way people approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. While some individuals see obstacles as insurmountable barriers, others view them as stepping stones toward growth. This fundamental difference determines whether a person remains stagnant or continues to evolve. Dweck's research highlights that even highly successful individuals are not necessarily those with the most talent but rather those who possess a relentless commitment to learning and self-improvement. A striking example comes from the world of sports. Many people believe that elite athletes are simply born with extraordinary abilities, but history reveals a different reality. Take the case of Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Early in his career, Jordan faced rejection when he was cut from his high school varsity team. A person with a fixed mindset might have taken this as a sign that they were not meant to play basketball at a high level. Instead, Jordan used the setback as motivation. He trained harder than ever, dedicating himself to improving his skills. This relentless pursuit of growth transformed him into a legendary player, demonstrating that dedication and effort play a far greater role in success than natural talent alone. The same principles apply in the business world. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs, including figures like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos, encountered significant failures along their journeys. Jobs was famously ousted from Apple, the company he co-founded, but instead of giving up, he used the experience to grow as a leader. When he returned to Apple years later, he led the company to unprecedented success. This pattern is common among high achievers. They do not view failure as a verdict on their ability but as an opportunity to refine their approach and come back stronger. Dweck's insights are particularly relevant in education, where the way students are taught to view intelligence can shape their entire academic trajectory. Consider the case of two students who both struggle with a math problem. A fixed mindset student may say, "I'm just not good at math," and give up. A growth mindset student, however, may think, "I haven't mastered this yet, but I can improve with practice." Over time, this difference in attitude leads to vastly different outcomes. The student who believes in their ability to grow will persist, seek help, and develop strategies to improve, ultimately achieving far greater success than the student who assumes their abilities are fixed. One of the most powerful interventions Dweck and her colleagues implemented in schools was teaching students about the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and grow with effort. Students who were introduced to this idea became more motivated, improved their grades, and developed a greater sense of self-efficacy. This demonstrates that intelligence is not static, it is something that can be cultivated through effort and learning strategies. This insight has profound implications for parenting. Many well-meaning parents fall into the trap of praising their children for being smart rather than for their effort. While this may seem encouraging, it can actually reinforce a fixed mindset. A child who is constantly told they are intelligent may become fearful of making mistakes, believing that failure would contradict their identity as smart. Instead, parents who praise effort, resilience, and problem-solving skills help their children develop a growth mindset. For example, instead of saying, "You're so smart for getting an A," a parent might say, "I'm proud of how hard you worked to achieve that A." This subtle shift in language encourages children to value effort and persistence rather than seeing intelligence as an innate, unchangeable trait. Beyond education and parenting, mindset has a profound impact on relationships. In romantic partnerships, a fixed mindset can lead to unrealistic expectations. Some individuals believe that a perfect relationship should be effortless, and if problems arise, it must mean the relationship is doomed. This belief can cause people to give up too quickly when challenges emerge. However, those with a growth mindset recognize that relationships require effort, communication, and adaptation. They understand that conflicts are opportunities to learn more about their partner and grow together. For instance, consider a couple facing a communication breakdown. A fixed mindset partner might think, if we were truly meant to be together, we wouldn't be having these problems. This mindset leads to frustration and disengagement. A growth mindset partner, on the other hand, might say, "This is a challenge, but we can work through it by improving our communication skills." The ability to see relationships as dynamic and evolving makes a significant difference in long-term happiness and stability. This concept also applies to friendships and workplace relationships. People who believe that others are capable of growth and change are more likely to invest in developing positive connections. They approach conflicts with curiosity rather than defensiveness, seek to understand different perspectives, and are willing to adapt their behavior when necessary. This leads to stronger, more resilient relationships built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to growth. Another crucial aspect of mindset is how it affects self-perception and personal identity. A fixed mindset can create self-imposed limitations. Someone who believes they are inherently bad at public speaking may avoid opportunities to develop this skill, reinforcing their fear and insecurity. In contrast, a growth mindset allows individuals to view discomfort as part of the learning process. Instead of saying, "I'm not a good public speaker," they might say, "I haven't mastered public speaking yet, but I can improve with practice." Over time, this shift in thinking leads to increased confidence and competence. Dweck also warns against a common misunderstanding of the growth mindset. Some people falsely believe that simply believing in improvement is enough. However, a true growth mindset is not just about optimism, it requires action. It involves setting goals, seeking feedback, experimenting with new strategies, and persisting through difficulties. People who claim to have a growth mindset but avoid challenges or give up easily are not truly embodying its principles. Developing a genuine growth mindset involves embracing setbacks as learning opportunities. Many individuals fear failure because they associate it with personal inadequacy. However, the most successful people in any field understand that failure is an essential part of progress. Thomas Edison, for example, famously conducted thousands of experiments before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he reportedly said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This perspective highlights the power of persistence and the willingness to learn from mistakes. The final key insight from mindset is that change is always possible. Even those who have spent years operating with a fixed mindset can begin shifting their perspective. It starts with self-awareness, recognizing when a fixed mindset thought arises and consciously reframing it. Over time, this shift leads to new behaviors, greater resilience, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. The ability to embrace growth, rather than seeking validation, is what ultimately leads to long-term success and happiness. Through powerful research, real-world examples, and actionable insights, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success provides a roadmap for anyone looking to transform their approach to challenges, relationships, and personal development. The message is clear: intelligence, ability, and success are not fixed traits, they are cultivated through effort, learning, and perseverance. By adopting a growth mindset, individuals can unlock their true potential and create a future filled with limitless possibilities.